Hey, what's up, world? It's your boy Doc, and welcome to another edition of Doc TV. Now, instead of doing the week in review, I'm going to be doing the year in review. Now, if you've been looking at the website, docreport.wordpress.com, if you're looking at the Doc TV videos, I've been on the holiday break because I've been working a lot, because the year's about to close out, so I've been working a lot. And then also on top of that, been doing a lot of Christmas shopping. So when Christmas hit, I was finally finished everything. So now, with the year getting ready to close, I might as well go ahead and do a year in review and not a week in review. For this video too, y'all see I'm getting all special. I got a whole sepia, you know, filter right now in this video, the golden effect, bring that new year, feel to this video. So, I hope you all had a Merry Christmas and everything like that. I had a real good Christmas. But this year alone was very special for me because I turned 23 in April. So that means next April I'll be 24. Then April after that, I'll be 25. Then 5 years from that, I'll be 30. And then the ages keep rolling. So I'm getting up there. I'm getting kind of old now. It started December last year. I had Crohn's disease. So, I was in and out of the hospital for about 3 months. Had complications from surgery. So I had all of that. Couldn't eat and all of this stuff. And then on top of that, I spent New Year's in the hospital. So this New Year's for 2014 is going to be very special for me because I won't be in the hospital because when 2013 hit on New Year's Eve and New Year's night, I was in the hospital and, I couldn't even eat or anything like that. My family came to the hospital room. We watching BET and MTV on the hospital TV in the room and stuff. So it was a whole miserable thing. I couldn't walk for a while. I had blood clots and everything. And I gotten a lot better now. By the grace of the Lord, I'm a lot better now. So, I'm thankful for that all the time. I'm thankful for all of your prayers too, because when I was away for a while, I haven't done FNL radio. I had just brought back FNL radio. I had just started really getting to the Doc Report, and I had just gone through that whole breakup and stuff like that. And there's a lot going on, so I was under a lot of stress. And then on top of that, being sick and being in the hospital and stuff, so it was a lot going on. So that was going on with me personally in my life, and so this year, was a great year. Made a lot of new business connections and everything. So you'll be seeing a lot more of me doing stuff in 2014 that's going to be major. So I'm just proud. I'm just happy for that. I'm just happy that I'm on my businessman tip now on the whole other level. I don't have anybody stopping me anymore. I'm doing my thing. So y'all be on the lookout for that next year for 2014 and beyond. Just not for 2014, but that's what 2014 and beyond. Until I'm like 70 and I retire. I won't retire then. I'll probably still be working because I like to work. But, it is what it is. And so that's what's been going on with me and everything of that nature. Let me get into this list of things that's been going on, the top moments for me in 2013. There's a lot of moments for me. Y'all always see me tweet and Instagram a lot of stuff and all of this and that. And it's a lot, on the Doc Report too. So I want to go down some of the big stories for me that was on the Doc Report. Some of the big stories that I've talked about amongst you all, that I've talked about on Doc TV and everything of that nature. So, first off, topping it all off, Miley Cyrus. Now, Miley Cyrus, this was her year. A whole new Miley. She just turned 21, and before she even turned 21, she was turned up to the max. Like, this was a new Miley we haven't seen before. This was not Destiny Hope Cyrus. This was not Hannah Montana. This was Twerk Miley Twerk. This was some whole different type of stuff, and I love it. She's my new white wifey. Britney Spears will always be number one. She'll always be white wifey number one, but Miley Cyrus is white wifey number two now, so I got two white wifeys. It is what it is. But Miley, she came out with the We Can't Stop record, produced by Mike Will made it. She started hanging around with Mike Will, and then the VMAs with the whole situation with Robin Thicke twerking with the teddy bears and the foam finger and the outfit that made like a raw chicken. This was her. It's like she had everybody talking, and this is what I always say too. Like Miley did her thing, and I can't even hate on that at all. I love it. I love when I see people step outside of their comfort zone and do their thing on a whole other level without having to worry about what someone's going to say. Like Miley did the damn thing, like hands down. So, clap bravo to Miley Cyrus for doing that, and just her new attitude. Like, we shall see what's going to be going on full forth, the whole next year and the years beyond that. But this year, Miley she presented a whole new Miley. I think she presented the true Miley Cyrus that we haven't seen before because she was sheltered under the whole Disney mantra and everything like that. But she's on a whole other level, so I love it. Next up, and then we have Kim Kardashian and Kanye West. Now it's no surprise that they would be dating. They've been friends for a long time, and they've gone through their share of public relationships and stuff like that. So when they started dating, I was like, oh, they're made for each other. They're perfect for each other. And then the story broke when I was in the hospital. Kanye had a concert in Atlantic City. He announced that Kim was pregnant with his child. And then we've seen the whole roller coaster between Kim looking like a couch with a Givenchy dress on. Then they get engaged, and then they have baby Northwest. And my favorite couple of all time right now, too. Next to my parents, of course. I always got to talk about my parents. Martin and Gina, Beyonce and Jay-Z, President Clinton and Hillary Clinton, because who can put up with some stuff like that? President Obama and Michelle Obama, because I mean they're just the black ultimate goal. Then you got Kim and Kanye, so they're one of my favorite couples of all time. Because they're actually meant for each other. And even though Kanye is a little loop de loop, I'm still scared for Kim sometimes, but it is what it is. We shall see how that relationship be in the next year when they get married and stuff like that. So that was one of the top stories for me. The next story is American Idol went down this year too. On the season premiere came on for season 12, and season 13 is ready to come on too because J-Lo is coming back. I don't know why. I don't like that new panel. We shall see how it's going to be, but I don't like the new panel because J-Lo should be somewhere doing music and trying to get her album sales back up. But this year, Mariah Carey and Nicki Minaj were the judges on the panel, along with Randy Jackson and Keith Urban. And then the immense amount of shade, though, was the top story because they were just throwing shade left and right. We was like, what happened to y'all being friends? Get all y'all friends on About My Face remix and stuff like that. And now y'all throwing shade at each other. Y'all mad at each other. Mariah saying, this is how you get number one. Mariah saying, some people can't get number one hits and stuff like that. I was like, oh, wow, shots thrown. Bullets, but that's come to an end now. So that was one of the top stories right there. And we can't talk about 2013 without talking about Beyonce. Now Beyonce just alienated the whole year. Like this was her year from January when the inauguration happened with the whole drama with her lip syncing, but then she came out there and said that. But then she came out there singing a cappella at the NFL press conference for the Super Bowl. Then came the Super Bowl. Then came the announcement of the tour. Then the Pepsi commercial with Grown Woman. Then the snippet of Standing in the Sun, the H&M commercial. And then the Bow Down, I've Been Knowing record came out. And then the tour. And then all this other stuff. And then all these snippets of songs and stuff, Rise Up and Epic, the movie that came out, and Life is But a Dream. Then her album, of course, that just came out too, her self-titled fifth studio album that just came out, which is already almost platinum. Like next week it'll be across that 1 million mark for sure, because already at 900 something thousand copies. So next week it's gonna hit that 1 million mark, and it's only been out 3 weeks, and it's number one for 2 weeks, and it was number one in 100 some countries, and King B status. Ball status for sure. Hashtag ball status. Another hashtag ball status moment too was when Jay dropped his album and it's released on Samsung phones and apps and on Samsung, tablets and stuff like that. Sold in Miley first week basically. Who else? The Carters are it. It's all about the Carters, people. The Carters. It's about them. Throw the rock up. Pretty sure over Kanye. But So one of my other top surprise moments of 2013 is when Mariah Carey scored her first top 20 single in a long time with Beautiful with Miguel, or hashtag Beautiful, and went platinum too. So Mariah had the top 20 and the platinum single in 2013. When the hell she coming out with that CD, who knows? But at least she had a hit single after a few tries. Stay triumphant. That's all I'm saying. But, and then Sierra scored a hit too at Body Party. It was a sleeper hit. It took a while to get there, but it became a hit eventually. And she, did real good with that one. But then Robin Thicke was the top surprise too, because who would have thought that Robin Thicke would have had the number one hit, the number one single, the longest number one single of the year. Not only that too, but he released his album Blurred Lines, and it also became his first number one album. Like white people starting to accept him now. And Robin just been killing it hands down this year too. So I remember when I first heard Blurred Lines, it was like February, and I was like, I like this song. It kind of sounds like Usher's Twisted, but I like it. But who would have thought that months later, along with the video, that would be one of the best selling singles, well, the top selling single this year, the longest number one single this year, and the best single of Robin Thicke's career as far as sales and, chart position and everything like that. So, clap bravo to Robin Thicke for the worldwide success of Blurred Lines and for him killing it. Another thing I can't talk about too without talking about closing out the year for 2013 is one of my favorite surprise moments too was Pharrell. Now Pharrell's been killing it this year already, from Blurred Lines to Get Lucky with Daft Punk, the top two singles in the country this summer, and then also his production tip on, Pusha T's album, on Kelly Rowland's album. Street Life is one of my favorite joints on that album. The joints he did with Nelly, Get Like Me, with Nicki Minaj. Pharrell just been killing it all across the board this year too. So we gotta give a clap out to Pharrell for making a great comeback. Like that's how you make a comeback. People counted him out and he just came back. Just like Timbaland, people counted Tim out. And Tim came right back to that Justin Timberlake and that Jay-Z album. So shout out to VA. 2014, it's gonna be a lot coming. I have a lot coming from myself. There's gonna be a lot more of the Doc Report. There's gonna be a lot more of FNL Radio. Art School is gonna be coming back real strong too. People, Art School by Doc. I'm going full force with everything, people. There's nothing stopping me this time around, people. My health is intact now. I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to go full force with it, people. And I thank you all for taking the ride with me for the past 5 years. Y'all been rocking with me for 5 years. I've been doing this for 5 years. Like this crazy thing, I've been doing the Doc Report and Doc TV for 5 years. So for these 5 years, it's been nothing but an amazing experience for doing what I love to do and love to share my opinions and my expressing how I feel about certain things, and also being able to share my expertise about things because I'm very passionate about this stuff. So I thank you all for just riding with me for as long as you all have, and another 5 years and 10 years and all that. So y'all be seeing me on TV one day soon and stuff like that. So I just thank you all so much, and I check you on 2014, January 1st. So peace.